In today's episode, we dive deep into the rapidly evolving world of mobile app development. From the explosive growth of the app market to cutting-edge trends like AI, IoT, and AR, we'll uncover why skilled developers are in higher demand than ever. Stay tuned as we explore insights, strategies, and the future of mobile technology, right here on Consphere.
Today, we are jumping into the really fast-moving world of mobile app development. Think 2025, our mission. To unpack what's happening now and what's coming next, we're using mobile app development in 2025, trends and talent as our guide. So if you want the shortcut to understanding the, explosive growth and the huge demand for talent here, you're in the right place.
Okay, let's kick off. Big picture first. Mobile apps right now.
Yeah.
What's the scale? Like how many people are using them? How often?
It's honestly pretty astonishing. The speed is incredible. Just look at the downloads. Globally, users downloaded, over 137.8 billion apps in 2024?
137 billion. Okay.
Yeah, and the forecast for 2025, it jumps way up to 299 billion downloads. That's like an 8% annual increase.
Wow, nearly double. That's not just growth, that's acceleration.
Exactly. And the money follows. Mobile app revenue, it hit $935 billion in 2024.
900 billion.
Yeah, and projected to break $1.2 trillion in 2025. Okay, wait. $1.2 trillion. Where is all that revenue coming from? It can't just be buying apps anymore, right?
No, not at all. It's way more diverse now. You've got your in-app purchases, subscriptions are huge, ads, of course. And now, these newer models, like things built around generative AI, they're starting to add up. Even just the enterprise side, business apps. That alone is projected at almost $194 billion for 2025. And it's growing steadily, about 6.5% compound growth through 2030.
So massive numbers, both downloads and revenue. What's the underlying reason? Like, why this huge boom?
It really comes down to people, human behavior and just how connected we all are. Think about smartphones. By 2025, we're looking at 5.3 billion people owning one.
5.3 billion. That's what percentage of the world is that?
That's around 83% of the global population. Huge reach.
Okay. But
it's not just having the phone, it's how much we use the apps. The average user spends, get this, 2 hours and 51 minutes per day inside apps.
Nearly 3 hours a day.
Yep. Mostly social media, communication, games. But it's the frequency that's wild. Almost half of users, 49%, open an app 11 or more times every single day.
11 times.
And millennials, even more intense. 21% of them open apps over 50 times a day.
50 times? Good grief. That really shows how baked into our lives these things are. Okay, so with that level of just constant engagement, it must be driving some crazy innovation. What are the cutting edge technologies really shaping what's next for apps?
Yeah, exactly. That intense use is fueling what some people are calling a second app boom, driven by new tech.
Yeah.
Let's start with generative AI apps. These are apps that don't just respond, they create.
Create? Like how?
Think personalized content on the fly, unique features. AI saw 3.3 billion downloads in 2024. That's up 26% year on year.
Okay.
And it's moving beyond just playing with large language models. It's about embedding that intelligence into the app experience, making it smarter, more personal.
Right, like an assistant inside the app.
Precisely. Then there's the Internet of Things, IoT. Massive influence. The global IoT market hit $318 billion in 2023. And a huge chunk of that, $226 billion, was software. Mostly mobile apps controlling those things.
So connecting our phones to, everything else.
Pretty much. Smart homes, cars, wearables. IoT revenues are expected to top $1.6 trillion by 2025.
$1.6 trillion.
It's a whole new world for developers, designing apps that interact with the physical environment.
And I guess 5G plays a big role there too.
Absolutely. You can't talk about advanced apps without 5G. Operators are pouring money in, over $160 billion a year.
For faster speeds?
Faster speeds, yeah, but crucially lower latency. Near zero delay.
Yeah.
That enables stuff that just wasn't possible before. Super smooth streaming, real-time collaboration, much better AR and VR.
Yeah, augmented and virtual reality, you mentioned that. How's that evolving in apps?
Yeah, AR VR is making big strides. Plus, optimization for foldable phones making apps that adapt fluidly when you open or close the screen.
Foldables, right.
And AR is moving beyond games. Think retail, trying on clothes virtually, education interactive lessons, healthcare too. It's getting pushed by cheaper hardware and just richer content becoming available.
Makes sense. What about other types of apps, like the ones we use for everyday tasks.
You mean like on-demand apps? That sector's huge. Expected to hit $330 billion in 2025.
Rides, food delivery.
Exactly. Rides, food, virtual services, anything you want now. And related to that are super apps. These are kind of like Swiss Army knife.
Super apps.
Yeah, one app that does tons of things. Payments, messaging, ordering rides, shopping, all integrated.
Ah, I've heard about those. More common in Asia.
Exactly. Very big in Asia and other emerging markets, often the main way people access the internet and digital services.
Interesting. Are there alternatives emerging to these sort of heavy native apps?
Definitely. Progressive web apps, PWAs, are gaining traction.
PWAs were
So basically websites that act and feel like native apps. You can add them to your home screen. They work offline sometimes, send notifications.
But no App Store download needed.
Right. Install free. Reduces friction. The PWA market is valued around $5.2 billion for 2025, but projected to hit over $21 billion by 2033.
So significant growth there, too.
Yeah, almost 19% CAGR. It's a smart strategy for businesses wanting direct user access. And speaking of reducing friction, there are instant apps, too, particularly on Android.
Instant apps.
Yeah, they let you try a part of an app without installing the whole thing.
Oh, like a quick preview.
Exactly. Great for conversions. Holler, for example, used an instant app and saw conversions jump 20%. 30% of their Android users came through that instant version.
Clever. Gets people hooked faster.
Precisely. It's all about immediate value.
Okay, that's a fantastic overview of the tech landscape. So bringing it back to the people involved, what does all this mean for, say, businesses wanting to build an app, and maybe for someone thinking about a career here?
Well, for businesses, the financial incentive is just undeniable. Consumer spending, like we said, heading towards $1.2 trillion in 2025. And subscriptions are a huge piece of that pie now, almost 40% of total app revenue.
So recurring revenue is key.
Very key. But monetization is diverse. You still have in-app purchases, ads, premium versions, plus enterprise services, mobile commerce, AI tools, lots of ways to build a business.
And the people building these apps, the developers.
The talent pool is growing, which is good. We're expecting about 28.7 million developers globally by 2025.
That's quite a jump from 2020.
Yeah, about 4.2 million more since 2020. Shows the ecosystem is healthy, you know.
Okay, so the developer base is expanding, but given all these new trends, AI, IoT, 5G, are businesses looking for different skills now? Even with more developers, what makes someone stand out?
It's a great question. Yes, demand for skilled talent is still incredibly high, especially for specialists. Knowing native iOS and Android, still fundamental. But cross-platform tools like Flutter, React Native, increasingly important for efficiency. Back-end and cloud integration skills are critical. Almost every modern app relies on the cloud. And then, beyond the code itself, deep understanding of user experience, UX, and user interface, UI. That's absolutely non-negotiable.
Makes sense. The app has to be easy and enjoyable to use.
Exactly. Plus, strong security knowledge. And now, definitely, skills in AI and machine learning are becoming crucial.
Because of the generative AI trend.
Right. Recent studies show businesses are really focusing on secure coding practices, code quality, embedding privacy right from the start. It's about building trust and quality.
That's a lot for developers to master. So this brings up a practical point. For the teams actually building these apps in such a competitive, fast-changing market, what are the best practices? How do they make sure their app doesn't just get launched, but actually succeeds and keeps users coming back?
Yeah, building it is only half the battle. Keeping users engaged is tough. The number one thing, prioritize user experience and focus on UX driving retention.
Retention meaning keeping users active over time.
Exactly. We know from studies that apps with intuitive navigation, responsive design, personalization, they just perform way better. Keep users longer, convert them better. And you need to focus on this because, well, the drop-off rates are scary. 30-day retention can be as low as 2.1% on Android, maybe 3.7% on iOS.
Wow, that low. So most people just stop using an app after a month.
A huge percentage do, yeah. So that initial experience, the onboarding, the overall UX, it's absolutely vital.
Okay, vital UX. What else? How do people even find the app in the first place?
That's where App Store Optimization, or ASO, comes in. It's basically SEO, but for the app stores.
Making your app visible in search results.
Precisely. Something like 65% of all downloads happen after someone searches in the store.
65%. Okay, so search is huge.
Massive. So optimizing your keywords, having compelling screenshots, managing reviews and ratings, it's critical for discovery. If they can't find you, they can't download you.
Right. Makes perfect sense. UX, ASO, any other key practices?
Yes. The actual development process itself, adopting agile methods, focusing on security throughout, and using CI/CD.
CI/CD. Continuous integration, continuous delivery.
Exactly. Top teams release updates frequently. Small incremental improvements balances speed with stability, keeps the app fresh, responds to user feedback, and security cannot be an afterthought. It has to be baked in from day one.
Especially with sensitive data involved.
For sure. Developers still struggle with managing permissions, data privacy, finding vulnerabilities, especially in areas like fintech or healthcare. Building security in is key for trust and, frankly, survival.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up then. Key takeaways from our deep dive today. The mobile app market is, well, it's exploding. Nearing 300 billion downloads, over $1.2 trillion in revenue projected for 2025.
Yeah, the scale is immense.
User engagement is incredibly high, almost constant for many people, which creates huge opportunities for businesses to connect and monetize.
Definitely. The engagement levels are fueling everything.
And all this new tech, generative AI, IoT, 5G, it's not just hype, it's genuinely pushing what apps can do, creating entirely new experiences.
Absolutely. It's driving that second boon we talked about.
Right.
And because of all that, the need for skilled, specialized developers, it remains incredibly high. Success really comes down to mastering that user experience, figuring out retention, locking down security, and getting noticed in the stores. So yeah, mobile app development in 2025.
Yeah.
It's not just surviving, it's thriving. Massive opportunities out there for businesses and developers who get it right.
A thriving, complex, and rapidly evolving space indeed. Okay, before we close, let's leave our listeners with something to think about. Given how fast AI and the Internet of Things are merging into our mobile lives, how might our actual definition of a mobile app change in the next few years? Could those lines blur between our device, the cloud, maybe even our physical surroundings? And what new challenges, but also opportunities, might that future bring?